here's the woman with the questions, Donna Rush.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Texaco Star Academic Challenge. I'm Donna Rush. And over the next half hour, you're going to see some of Houston's brightest students competing to go on to the quarterfinals in the Texaco Star Academic Challenge. Those two teams, we want to introduce them to you, are Hastings High School and Kingwood High School. Before we got a big crowd here, too, to cheer them on. Before we begin our warm-up round, we want to let you know teams with the different sounds that you'll be hearing and what they mean. This means that your answer is correct. This means an incorrect answer. And this signals the end of a quarter or the end of the game. And as a reminder, please wait until you are recognized by a judge before giving your answer. A 5-point question for you. What happens the day after Easter on the lawn of the White House?
Hastings, Tiffany.
The annual children's Easter egg rolling down the White House lawn.
That is correct. For 10 points. The law of the excluded middle in logic says that a statement is either...
Kingwood, Matt.
It's either true or false.
For 5 points. Art progressively declined under the Roman Empire, mainly because, for one of these reasons: A, there were too many wars; B, originality was discouraged; C, sexual promiscuity was rampant; or it could see no higher...
Kingwood, Matt.
A.
Hastings, Atman.
Sexual promiscuity was rampant.
Actually, the one I hadn't quite read yet. It could see no higher ideal than that of material prosperity. For 10 points, and you may want to use your pencils on this one. Match these musical dance styles with these countries. Here are the styles: calypso, samba, tango. The countries are Argentina, Brazil...
Kingwood, Matt.
The samba is Argentina, calypso, Brazil, and mambo is the United States.
I'll finish the countries. The 3 countries are Argentina, Brazil, or Trinidad.
Hastings, Tiffany.
Calypso is Trinidad, the samba is Brazil, and the tango is Argentina.
That is correct, for 10 points. Now we have a visual question for you, so please take a look at your monitor in the studio of Houston's 2. Give this woman's title in an occupation that was originally for men only.
Kingwood, Meredith.
Bishop. Opportunity for Hastings.
Hastings, Rajiv.
Preacher?
Very good. A minister, preacher, anything along those lines. Now for 5 points. A federal judge ordered which state to merge black and white state colleges despite...
Hastings, Morales.
Mississippi?
Kingwood, Mark.
Alabama.
It was actually Louisiana. For 5 points. Which work by Truman Capote includes the lines, "I didn't want to harm the man. I thought he was a very nice gentleman."
Kingwood, Mark.
Cold blood?
That is correct, in cold blood. For 10 points. Main sequence star, neutron star, white dwarf star, or red giant. Which of these has never and will never describe our sun?
Kingwood, Meredith.
Neutron star?
Correct. For 5 points. Because many microorganisms cannot survive elevated temperatures, what does the human body produce to fight?
Kingwood, Matt.
It increases its temperature with heat.
Can you be more specific?
It expends energy to make a fever, make the body hotter.
Fever is the word we're looking for. Very good. Grace under pressure. All right, here is an audio for you, so listen carefully. What position did this athlete play?
I consider myself a lucky...
Kingwood, Mark.
First base?
That is correct. And for 10 points. It's an old-fashioned covering for the shoe. It sounds like a nickname for a crocodile relative. What's the word?
Kingwood, Meredith.
Spat. Stands for Hastings.
Hastings, Rajiv.
Alligator cover?
Close. Gator is the word we're looking for. Now we have a celebrity questioner here for you today, so please take a look at your monitor in the studio of Houston's 2.
Hi, I'm Dr. Paul Pepe, Director of Emergency Medical Services for the City of Houston, and I have a question. If you went skiing and broke one of your lower limbs, you probably broke one of 3 long bones. Name one of these long bones.
Kingwood, Mark.
Femur.
That is correct. Tibia and fibula are the others, and that was worth 10 points, by the way. Here's another 10-point question for you. One of the young stars of the Creole jazz band was Louis Armstrong, who accidentally developed a new style of singing when he forgot the lyrics of a song.
Kingwood, Brian.
Scat.
That's right. Shoo-ba-doo-wah. Now for 10 points. Which invention was not developed in the ancient Chinese Empire? Abacus, gunpowder, magnetic compass?
Kingwood, Mark.
Gunpowder.
I'll continue. Windmill or paper?
Hastings, Rajiv.
Windmill.
That is correct for 10 points. Here's another 15-pointer for you, and it is a visual, so please take a look at your monitor in the studio of Houston 2. Take a look at this painting by visionary artist Salvador Dali and give me the title.
Hastings, Tiffany.
The Meeting.
Stands for Kingwood.
Kingwood, Meredith.
The Land of Plenty.
The Last Supper is what we were looking for. And for 10 points, a spherical body grew until its radius tripled. During that period, its volume increased.
Kingwood, Matt.
By a factor of 27.
That is correct. And here's a 10-pointer for you. In German, it's Zahlen. And that marks the end of round 1, so stay with us. When we come back, we'll enter that bonus round, and we'll take a look at that scoreboard on the Texaco Star Academic Challenge. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Texaco Star Academic Challenge. We're about to begin round 2, but before we do, let's take a look at the scoreboard and see how everyone did in round 1. Hastings now stands at 30 points to Kingwood's 70 points, but still a long way to go. Before we get into our second round, we want to introduce our teams for you. We're going to begin with Kingwood High School. The captain is Matt Stone. He is a senior and a National Merit semifinalist, also with the Academic Decathlon and went to UIL in the state. Brian McAuliffe is a senior. He is an Eagle Scout, also an Academic Decathlon competitor, and enjoys canoeing. Meredith Patterson is a junior. She's with the Academic Decathlon and is editor-in-chief of the Young Writers Guild and Lincoln Douglas debate team. Mark Monia is a senior. He is a member of the State Academic Decathlon team and the National Latin Society, as well as the National Honor Society. The alternates are Jeremy Rose and Lee Bailey. The coaches are Judy Herman and Mark Bowman, and that is a team from Kingwood High School. We also have Hastings High School, Alief Hastings High School competing today. The captain is Rajiv Garg. He is a senior and a 3-year member of the Texaco team. He's a National Merit semifinalist. And Murali Mahmidi is a senior. He is also a National Merit semifinalist and a HOSA president. Admin Trevita is a junior with the Jets parliamentarian as well, and he is a National Forensic League member. And Tiffany Watson is a senior, her second year with the Texaco Academic Challenge team, and she plans to become a television journalist. Our alternates are Puya Frutan and Heather Wren. The coaches are Carmen Ferreira and Linda Runyon. That is a team from Alief Hastings High School. We also want to introduce our judges for you today. We have Professor Tom Hudson with the Department of Physics at the University of Houston, and Mike Mastandria. He is Executive Director of Score Unlimited. Now, let's head into that bonus round, students. I want to let you know that the first team to properly answer a toss-up question will then have the opportunity to answer up to 4 questions in a bonus category. This first toss-up question will be worth 10 points, and you'll be playing for a bonus in U.S. history. In French, it's la dichon. In Spanish, it's la cuenta. What does a restaurant customer want when he asks?
Kingwood, Matt.
The bill.
That is correct. Now for your bonus opportunity, and you may speak with one another on this, but I need the answer from the captain. For 5 points, Lieutenant William Calley was held responsible for the My Lai massacre during the Vietnam War. Captain Thomas Preston was acquitted of what other massacre taking place March 5th, 1770?
Boston Massacre.
Correct, for 10 points. The United States gained control of the Philippines as a result of the Spanish-American War. But the greatest conquest of the war was the eradication of what disease?
Yellow fever.
For 15 points. He lost 6 major election bids. jobs, and a business before becoming president. Can you name him?
Your answer?
James Polk.
Looking for Abraham Lincoln on that one. We'll now go back to a toss-up question. This time you'll be playing for a bonus in world geography. This is worth 10 points. How many title women were there in the book Little Women?
Kingwood, Meredith.
4. Correct. Now in world geography for 5 points, name the only multinational continent with no landlocked nations.
North America.
For 10 points, Tanzania is a merger of these two place names.
Tanganyika.
Australia.
Your answer?
Tasman in Australia.
That's for Tanganyika and Zanzibar. We'll go back to another toss-up question worth 10 points. Personal pronouns are distinguished by person, case, and number. What case are the pronouns I, E?
Kingwood, Matt.
And the nominative case.
That's correct. I, he, and she. And another chance. This time you're playing for art. For 5 points. When asked why he had been born in such an unfashionable place as Lowell, Massachusetts, he replied, "The explanation is quite simple. I wish to be near my mother." He is known for a portrait of his mother. Name the artist.
Whistler.
Correct. Bas relief is an example of what art form?
Sculpture.
For 15 points. Which term is used in art to designate any decorative figure resembling a threefold leaf, often found in Gothic tracery?
Trefoil?
Yes. Trefoil.
Correct. And for 20 points. For which Spanish artist was the Duchess of Alba a model?
Goya.
Right. Francisco de Goya. That gets you an extra 50 points, Kingwood. Now let's go to another toss-up, and this is in music, so listen carefully, worth 10 points. Listen to this elder statesman of country music and tell me his name.
I do my rocking on the stage.
Kingwood, Mark. Travis Tritt.
And for Hastings.
Hastings, Ottman.
Johnny Cash.
Looking for George Jones on that one. I guess not a lot of country music fans on these two teams. Here's another 10-pointer for you. Thomas Penn, William's son, settled which Pennsylvania city, later known for its rail line?
Hastings, Morales.
Harrisburg.
Chance for Kingwood.
Kingwood, Bryant.
Pittsburgh.
Reading on that one. Here's another 5-point toss-up. A branch of mathematical statistics, a chemical element, and a unit of length, 1/4 of a meter long, are all named for the greatest Italian physicist since Galileo.
Kingwood, Matt.
Fermi.
That is correct. Your bonus questions are now in the category of spatial. This is a visual, so please take a look at your monitor in the studio of Houston Stu. This figure appears to be made of a number of geometrical solids called what?
Cubes.
That is correct. Continue with your monitor. How many cubes would be needed to fill the hole?
27.
4, 4, 4.
I think 4, 3.
4, 4, 3. 4, 4, 3.
48. 48.
That is correct. How many cubes are contained in this figure?
36. 108. 108.
60 is what the final answer. That was a difficult one. And that marks the end of this round, but stay with us. When we come back, we'll once again take a look at that scoreboard, and we'll head into our 60-second round. At that time, students will have the opportunity to choose from one of these 4 categories. How do you spell cat, human body, hodgepodge, and that mystery category on the Texaco Star Academic Challenge. Everybody, welcome back to the Texaco Star Academic Challenge. Let's take a look at that scoreboard heading into round 3. Right now, it's Hastings at 30 points and Kingwood with 190, but we're only halfway through the game, so lots more to go. We're about to head into our 60-second round, but before we do, we want to let you know that all the questions for the Texaco Star Academic Challenge are written by Questions Unlimited of Columbus, Ohio. Now, to begin our 60-second round, we're going to let Hastings choose a category first in an attempt to rack up some more points.
The human body.
The human body, it is. You will now have 60 seconds to answer as many, up to 10 questions as you can. Any questions passed or missed, Kingwood will then have the opportunity to answer those questions. Judges, please start the clock. The vertebral column is also known as what?
Spine.
Because they have no ducts, endocrine glands secrete directly into what?
Bloodstream.
What kind of muscle generally controls voluntary movement? Cardiac, skeletal, or smooth?
Smooth.
The visceral pleura is a membrane covering what pair of organs?
Abdominal.
What kind of acid gives you acid indigestion?
Hydrochloric.
The inner layer of skin of vertebrates is called what?
Dermis.
People with poor circulation are especially susceptible to what type of freezing of a body part?
Frostbite.
What is the term for any displacement of bone from its normal position?
Dislocation.
Digestive juices secreted by the pancreas pass through a duct into which part of the small intestine?
Duodenum.
Which organ rids the body of ammonia?
Bladder.
70 points.
70 points, and now Kingwood has the opportunity to answer 3 questions. Which kind of muscle generally controls voluntary movement? The cardiac, skeletal, or smooth?
The skeletal.
Correct. The visceral pleura is a membrane covering what pair of organs?
The lungs.
And which organ rids the body of ammonia?
The liver.
An extra 30 points on that one. Congratulations to both teams. Now we'll give Kingwood the opportunity to choose a category. What will it be?
We're going to take the spelling category.
How do you spell cats? Here are your instructions. Spell the names of these big cats and their smaller domestic kin. She'll be spelling these names. Judges, please start the clock. Leopard.
Leopard.
Jaguar.
Jaguar.
Cheetah.
Cheetah.
Ocelot.
Ocelot.
Manx.
Manx.
Siamese.
Siamese.
Lynx.
Lynx.
Himalayan.
Himalayan.
Abyssinian.
Abyssinian.
Balinese.
Balinese.
All 10 correct means you get an extra 20-point bonus. And that was a toughie. Congratulations to Kingwood on that. That marks the end of our 60-second round, but stay around because in round 4, it's the Stump the Experts round. The questions get even more difficult, so stay with us on the Texaco Star Academic Challenge. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Texaco Star Academic Challenge. Heading into the 4th round, let's take a look at that scoreboard. Hastings now at 100 to Kingwood 340, but we're going into that 4th round, and anything can happen because these questions are worth more points, 15 and 20-point questions, because they are more difficult. So let's get started, teams. For 15 points, this is a visual for you, so please take a look at your monitor in the studio of Houston's 2. What is the official term for the cup used?
Kingwood, Meredith.
A chalice? Correct. For 15 points, how many Indy 500s have been canceled because of rain?
Kingwood, Matt.
None.
That is correct. They're postponed or shortened, but never canceled. For 15 points, name the president of the American Federation of Labor who said, the labor of a human being...
Kingwood, Brian.
Golfers.
Correct. For 15 points. Here's a 20-pointer. What celebrated gift did King Arthur receive as part...
Hastings, Tiffany.
Excalibur? As part of Queen Guinevere's dowry.
Kingwood, Meredith.
The round table. That is correct. For 15 points. What does a choke on a car do?
Hastings, Rajiv.
Regulate the mixture of fuel supply for the car to get started when it's like cold and it's hard to start. And
Judges, we're going to consult with you on that.
Kingwood, Meredith.
Regulates the mixture of fuel and air.
That's what we're looking for. Regulation amount of air is primarily what we're looking for. 420 points. Here's a music question for you. In 1957, who choreographed the dance done to this tune?
Hastings, Rajiv.
Tchaikovsky.
Stands for Kingwood. Enjoyed dancing to that anyway. It is Jerome Robbins as the choreographer on that one. For 20 points. What determines the speed of light in any given medium?
Kingwood, Matt.
Nothing. The speed of light is constant.
Hastings, Rajiv.
Refraction index.
That is correct. Index of refraction. For 15 points. A method of using an electric current jumping an air gap to provide heat for welding material is
Kingwood, Meredith.
arc welding. Correct. It's called arc welding. Find the integral of sine x dx.
Kingwood, Matt.
Negative cosine x plus c.
That is correct. That's what we pointed there. Now for 15 points, define and spell gratuitous.
Hastings, Rajiv.
G-R-A-T, Greg. U-I-T-O-U-S, and it means that you're thankful and
Kingwood, Meredith.
Gratuitous. G-R-A-T-U-I-T-O-U-S, and it means kind of like pretentious.
We're looking for unwarranted. It means unwarranted. Now for 20 points, please take a look at your monitor in the studio of Houston 2. Consider this depiction from the 16th century of Christ carrying the cross and identify the artist.
Kingwood, Brian.
El Greco.
Correct. For 20 points, name any two of the 3 Texas congressmen who served as Speaker of the House.
Kingwood, Mark.
Jim Wright and John Tower.
Hastings, Rajiv.
John Tower, Sam Rayburn.
John Nitz Garner, Sam Rayburn, or James Wright. For 15 points, Jesus said that the hard-hearted who do not believe in him to be the Messiah foretold by Moses and the prophets will not believe even if what should happen.
Hastings, Rajiv.
The world should come to an end.
Thanks to Kingwood.
Kingwood, Matt.
The mountains should move.
We're looking for if someone should rise from the dead. For 15 points, it featured songs like Taxman, Got to Get You Into My Life, Good Day Sunshine.
Kingwood, Mark.
The Beatles.
Not quite what we're looking for. Eleanor Rigby and Yellow Submarine. Released in 1966, it's considered one of the best of the Beatles albums. What was this album whose hits shot to the top of the charts?
Hastings, Rajiv.
A Hard Day's Night.
Looking for Revolver, it shot to the top of the charts. Little humor there for 15 points. 10 emperors named Constantine ruler over what ancient empire?
Hastings, Rajiv.
Byzantine Empire.
Correct. For 20 points, here's a music question for you, so listen carefully. Earlier, you heard a cut from West Side Story. What was the name of Leonard Bernstein's first musical?
Hastings, Tiffany.
Downtown Life.
Opportunity for Kingwood.
Kingwood, Brian.
42nd Street.
Well, you got the word town right. On the town is
Less
what we were
than 2
looking
minutes.
for. For 15 points, this large Indiana city is named for its location near a curve of the St. Joseph River. Can you name it?
Hastings, Tiffany.
South Bend, Indiana.
Correct. For 20 points, in which country is the most widely spoken language called Creole?
Kingwood, Mark.
Haiti.
Correct. For 20 points, listen carefully to this profile of an early figure in American history, then name him. This Massachusetts-born politician was active obtaining American supplies during the Revolution. He was a signer of the Declaration of Independence and the Articles
Kingwood, Mark.
Samuel Adams.
and the Articles of Confederation. He refused to sign the Constitution until the Bill of Rights was added, and he served as a special envoy to France during the XY.
Hastings, Atman.
John Jay.
During the That's both teams have now guessed correct.
Yes.
So we were looking for Elbridge Gary in that one. For 15 points, mantissa is the term for the decimal in a logarithm. What is the term for the integer in a logarithm?
Kingwood, Matt.
The abscissa.
Chance for Hastings. Characteristic is what we're looking for. Now for 20 points. What were Rutherford B. Hayes' sentiments upon leaving the office of the presidency?
Kingwood, Mark.
He said no president leaves his office with more regret than I do because of the Electoral College.
That
No. Incorrect.
is? Okay. Opportunity for Hastings?
Hastings, Rajiv.
He's sorry that he might be remembered for that scandal.
You did give the correct answer, but you added some incorrect information. Nobody ever left
Nope.
the presidency with less
With
regret.
less regret.
Okay. And that brings this game to a round. Judges, is the score correct?
Yes.
All right, we have a score. Kingwood going on to those quarterfinals with 495 points to 150. Want to congratulate both teams for a job well done. Join us again next week for the Texaco Star Academic Challenge. We'll begin the quarterfinals with Langham Creek High School and Stratford Senior High. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Join us again next Saturday when 2 more Houston area teams compete on the Texaco Star Academic Challenge.